I don't know if this looks like a safe crossing right here. Might be snakes, might be gators, but we gotta make it through. Something's happening over there in the water. Hey, what up fellas? Today we're going in for one single fish. We're going through the salt flats and the mangrove marshes to get one fish, the redfish, in a way I usually don't catch them. Got about a quarter mile of walking through this stuff to try and get to some shallow water marsh redfish. And you know, I like to say I'm a minimalist fisherman, but today we got everything. We got the 2 waterproof bags, the rod, PVC pipe, we got a stringer, because we're going for a long wade and we're definitely gonna catch some fish. We are wearing the waders today. It was a tough choice if I wanted to wear them or not. I think either way would be bad. If I didn't wear them, might have got a little cool in the morning. If I did wear them, it's probably gonna get hot as the sun rises. But one benefit I didn't think about is in these sand marshes, there's all of these sand flies, and they have pretty painful stings, so they're mostly going from the legs, and my waders are protecting me there. This is the stuff we're going through right here. Imagine there's just a lone redfish in here. I really don't think this is connected to the main water though. You never know, those redfish are kind of crazy. Should I toss it out there? Imagine. Well, caught a mangrove instead. We are using some silvery, shiny looking lures because we are on the tail end of the spring transition, but all the fish have been looking for newly hatched stuff. It tends to be small little baits that are pretty shiny, and crabs. So that's what we're focusing with our baits. A little bit shinier stuff, and we even have the silver spoon of all things. Look at that, we have some action up here. We have some action. Straight ahead. Just mullet, surely. I mean, those are, look at this little school of mullets moving, boys. A lot of times, they can't have fish around them like that. Oh my. That's crazy, boys. Right when I get up to this little school of mullet, and they're moving, boys. That's what I'd like to see. This bait is moving. It's not a big guy, but it is a guy. And that did not take too long at all, dude. You know what I'm thinking now is that there are some fish in here. Best way to know that there's fish is to catch a fish. Just an LG here, undersized guy, but that's a good start. Could be a sign that there's a lot of little guys, but get the hook out, and I'm not afraid to weed through some little guys to find some bigger ones. Started off weedless because I was afraid there's going to be a lot of just debris in here and floating grass, but there's not too much. We don't even need to use this, but the lightweight does help. We can even fish a topwater if we wanted to, but that color right there, he ate it up. That's exactly what we're looking for today. We're looking for bait, schools of bait, but not only that, there might even be some schools of redfish. Easy indicator for that can be just a bird looking down. Just one single bird could be looking down, and they could be over a school of 20 reds. Woo! What was that? Oh, that's a stingray, buddy. In this area, even one turn looking down, it's a good sign there might be some fish there. And it could be a lot. There he is. Oh, buddy! I keep missing him. No, I didn't miss it. Oh my God, I missed 2. Yeah, that is a good area. You're not wrong. That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh my! This is a trout. Wow. See that? See that head shake, boys? He's doing the redfish move, running straight at me. Oh wait, it might be decent. That might be a decent trout. Not a big guy, but you know, for a marshy area, not too many trout in here, so you can catch a decent one. It's a decent one. If it's a decent one, it's a decent one. And he's freaking out, boys. And he swallowed it. Hey, that might be my bad. That boy swallowed it. Damn, not bad. Might be 19 inches, to be honest with you. Ooh. Imagine. What do you know, dude? When there's a bunch of bait around, there can be anything looking to eat that bait. Even a nice little speckled trout like this, even though it's not the area you expect to find them a lot of the time. 18 and a half. Woo! Not a bad guy. And this guy did get it deep. He's bleeding a little bit. He will be going on the stringer. See that bait in there, man? That's why he was shaking his head. A lot of times, if they're shaking their head right off the rip, it can mean they got it deep. Whopping 2 pounds on that guy. Let's go! And that's why you always bring a stringer. Just in case, even if you're not gonna keep fish, just in case a fish does get it deep. But today we are planning on keeping fish anyway. Hey man, and that's how it goes. Say you're gonna catch some redfish, and probably only redfish. First keeper fish you get is a nice speckled trout. Hey man, I'll take it though. Love me some speckled trout. And that's the reason we hooked that guy deep. We're casting perpendicular to the wind, so we're getting a big old sag. With a light bait, I don't want to move it too fast, so I'm leaving that sag in the line. Didn't feel the bite right away, and he chomped it down. Oh, there's a, look at that, look at that. Oh my God, dude. Freaking redfish on it, he's still on it. Oh, you stupid fish. Dang it, dude. We were just fishing a pure grass flat. Now we're coming up to an area, actually right next to this island. For whatever reason, it starts having these nice, a little bit deeper potholes. So they can hold some stationary fish, rather than the roaming fish just on that pure grass. There's a fish. Another trout, dude. What in the world? I'm the trout master, dude, and wait, is this a trout or it might be a small red? It might be a small red. But finally we get something out of the potholes, man. I thought we were gonna clean up a little bit. I thought we would get 3-4 fish out of the potholes, and it is a small red. Ha! He was shaking his head a little bit like a trout. But just an LG redfish. Oh, it's going around town. I thought he was a little bit powerful for the size he was. Potholes were looking really good. Maybe just not as much bait in them as there are on these open flats out here. There you go, fella. Still using that Bone Diamond down south lure. I did switch to the Chicken of the Sea color a little bit. Didn't get any bites on it really, so switched back to this just because we knew it was working. There he is. Finally. Man, I tried hitting up this leeward side of the island, but it was a little bit too shallow. I wanted to get over here just because the wind is picking up big time. I want to get a little bit of wind cover, but yeah, it's just too shallow. Worked my way back out a little bit deeper and hooked up on another red. Oh my gosh, classic redfish strategy going around town. Get over here, fella. Looks like another smaller guy. Not what we're looking for, man. Woohoo! Yeah, and as that wind has picked up, throwing a little bit bigger bait. We're throwing the full size down south just to have that extra weight to negate the wind a little bit. If you're throwing that smaller down south lure with a lightweight weedless hook, it's gonna get destroyed by the wind. So we moved a little bit heavier and we got this big guy right there. He's going back though. We've kind of just been zigzagging around. I'm gonna head back out towards this island over here. More potholes over there, which did not do it for us last time, but it's on the other side of the shore. And now that the wind's picking up, there might be some water moving over those potholes, making the fish set up in them. All day, the one fish we'd been after had been avoiding us, but finally, we had a shot at a keeper redfish. I switched out to the 1/4 ounce silver spoon, which I'm usually not a fan of, but it was the perfect lure for fishing fast and in the wind. And man, that wind was picking up. Hey, you know what? This is actually the biggest one. That boy got spooned up. It was not a big guy, only about 21 inches, but it was the fish we needed. And after we caught this fish, something amazing happened. That's a fish. What in the world? Hook up. Blind casting. It's a freaking flounder on the bugs. No way. No way. The flat boy. I can't get it. I can't get away from him. Holy cow. That's a flat boy, dude. He's not the biggest guy, but he was fighting like crazy for some reason. Come here, big fella. Woohoo! Dude, these guys have been making a lot of appearances in my video. And today, not even trying for them. And they're still showing up. Sweet fish right there. Dark colored guy too. I don't know, man. First fish I ever caught on the Bugs jig. A nice little flat boy. Might have to start using this a little bit more. Well, it was a slow grinder, but we ended up getting everything we would have hoped for. Had to work for him, man. But we're going home, cutting them up, cooking them up, making some amazing fish tacos. We got them cut up, so now it's time to cook them up! We're going in for the best redfish fish tacos you've ever eaten in your life, and they cook up pretty quick and easy too. Trust me, fellas, I may have made these tacos a couple times before, and they're pretty good. And do not forget the corn tortillas. Don't be using any flour tortillas. Corn, trust me. And here's everything you'll need to make this recipe. Pause it right now, or I guess just use your photographic memory. Or, you know, I might put it in the description as well. First thing we're doing for our fish tacos is we're making a cilantro lime marinade. Starting off with the zest of about half of a lime. Just make sure to rinse that sucker off first. And you know, if we're using lime zest, we're going in with the juice of that lime as well. Rolling in the limes, rolling the limes, rolling the limes. We're gonna need about 3 tablespoons of lime juice. Should take about 3 limes. Everything in our marinade for our fillets will just be going in this Ziploc bag. And we're using limes, you know we gotta use some cilantros. If you have the gene, I don't know what to tell you. Just change your genetics or something. Just need about 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro. Use more or less if you like, but I like to get it pretty well chopped up. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And for our seasonings, we have 1/2 tablespoon of cumin, 1/2 tablespoon of paprika, and 1/2 tablespoon of cayenne. My man, Cayenne making an appearance. You already knew it was gonna happen. Then we have 1/2 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And finally finishing off the marinade with 2 cloves of microplaned garlic. Then just get you a spoon and mix that marinade all up. Apply your redfish fillets to the marinade and then seal her up and make sure to massage in that marinade to get all around those redfish fillets. And we're gonna leave these in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't like to leave them any longer than that just because there is that lime in there, which does have that reaction with the fish fillets. Must show myself cooking up the corn tortillas or someone's gonna get very mad and say I didn't. Now that we got the time, we're going in with the red cabbage slaw, and trust me, this stuff goes crazy with the taco sauce we're gonna make. For the red cabbage, remove the outer layers and you're gonna need about 1/4 of a head. Start slicing from the top pretty thin. Then check to see if there's any bigger chunks, and if there are, give those suckers another chop. Next up, 1 to 2 jalapenos, and don't make fun of my fillet knife. We wanna get these really thin, so it's the sharpest knife I have, all right? But yeah, get these really thin, and then you can line them up and then chop them in half. Then put your cabbage and jalapenos in a mixing bowl, and we're going in with some red wine vinegar. 3 tablespoons of that red wine vinegar, and if it's still a little bit dry for your taste, you can add an extra tablespoon in there. And finally, finish it off with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then just mix it up, and then pop it in the fridge. And the last thing we need to prepare is our taco sauce, and it is dead easy. 2 ingredients. 1/2 cup of sour cream going in. And to that, just add 2 to 3 tablespoons of sriracha. I don't have the official sriracha, but this will do as well. It's just what I had. And then just mix her up, that's it. Your color will vary depending on the brand of sriracha you do have. Going in the fridge. It's time to get the fish on the stove, fellas. Going in with a medium high. And our fish is going straight on. Those beautiful redfish fillets, they're going on, man. And they're already sizzling. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Put a little bit extra. Just a tiny bit extra of that marinade on top, just to make sure everything is seasoned well. Come fly with me, come fly, come fly.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly.
Ooh, those are some fish tacos right there, man. And if you think they look good, do me a huge favor, give the video a like. Now, let's see how these guys taste. Amazing, man. I wouldn't say one part or the other is the best part, but they all go together so good, man. Super craveable fish tacos, man. If you make it one time, I guarantee you're gonna wanna make it more. If you did like the video, please subscribe. I love you guys very much. We'll see you guys next time. I got a few more tacos to eat here.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.